Hey everybody, in this video we're going to talk about linking or embedding smart objects. So we've talked about smart objects a lot. We know that they're a way where you can non-destructively edit layers. You can also non-destructively apply a filter. Remember, a destructive edit is one that changes your pixels, and a non-destructive edit is one where your pixels stay unchanged. So what I'm going to do is I've got this image open here, and I am going to put a student logo on it. So I'm going to say File, and then I'm going to say Place Embedded. So I clicked on the File menu, and I went all the way down here to where it says Place Embedded. I'm going to find a student's logo. We are going to select this one, and I'm going to place it on top of my document. So this is a logo. I've applied it now to my document. I've put it right there. Now this logo has a couple of options, or has some issues with it, mostly because of the white background. It's not a transparent background. We got that one onto our image by saying File, Place Embedded. I'm going to do the same thing now by saying File, Place Linked, and I'm going to select the exact same logo, and we're going to put this one on the right. Use our smart guides to match it up. Hit the check mark to confirm or to commit our changes. So actually, let's just put them kind of nearby. This way we can still see that this one has the white box all around it. Okay, so the one on the left is our embedded. So let's just write embedded above it. Let's make that text a little bit bigger so we can see it. And then this one is not embedded, but instead linked. This is a linked smart object. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say File, and then I'm going to say Open. I'm going to open that same logo file. I'm opening it over here. And just so we can see and understand, I'm going to modify this logo. Let's just get rid of the people. Okay? And I'm going to say File and Save. Now, when I go back to the original document, we're going to see some changes because this is a linked smart object. So it's linked to the one that we had placed. So if we go back, we can now see that the embedded one stayed exactly the same. We see no changes in it. It's an embedded image within this document. It sees no change at all, whereas the linked smart object has been modified. It's changed. It's linked to the original file, and if we change that file, it changes it within this document. You can only do that with smart objects. Let's go back here. Now let's add a little color to it. And I'm going to get rid of the background. I'm going to go to my brush tool. I'm going to make a blank layer. And if let's see. Let's just go to a brush. We'll choose a color. Actually, let's just go to a gradient. Okay, here we have a color. Actually, yeah, let's choose a gradient. So I'm just going to go to my gradient tool, and we'll just make a weird gradient across the whole thing. Let's make it all of these terrible colors. All right, now if I say File, Save, and go back to the other one, once again, we should see that change. The embedded smart object stayed exactly the same, whereas the linked smart object changed. So just to reiterate, smart objects can be placed in a document one of two ways. File, Place Embedded, that puts the image in this document completely where it won't be changed at all, or placing it linked, where if you modify it or update it somewhere else, it will modify it or update it within the same document that you've got. So yeah, even more cool, fun things that you can do with smart objects.